assume all this is post-tax, right? Or like all the stuff that's being taken out of your resume, like all your money post-tax, right?
Right.
This is
Right,
cool,
right, right. It's like
right?
when it comes to the meat and potatoes of what I can actually spend, it's like this is where I'm at currently.
Right. And then and with your investing, is this also anything, is this does this consider what any employer, like any 401k stuff through your employer as well, or is that separate?
So I have that included as well. I have
Okay.
that included as well.
Cool, cool. So beautiful. So with the rent and utilities, I think again you're doing really well. And St. Pete is kind of kicking right now. St. Pete's growing
It's
real
jumping
hard.
down here, man.
Yes, 100%. And so I it must be crazy because I actually think St. Pete has got to be one of the biggest outside of South Florida, like biggest housing markets right now.
hmm hmm
When you're if you're looking at, and again we'll get into the investment side about this before like get into the investments later, but when you're looking at buying a property though, and you're looking at the low interest rates with your potential monthly mortgage, right? How close are they right now with the rents and your actual mortgage you might actually go in and try to buy with?
Um, they're close. It's tough. It's tough. I think the problem that I'm having right now is like when it comes to me assessing that is that okay, there are places where I know like I'd buy this to be a good investment, right? But I know there are also places too that I like in St. Pete that I love living in,
Hmm.
or going out around. So
Right.
when it comes time to do that, it's hard to really say, but it's reasonable. I'll say that too. Like I said, when it came time for me to um renew my lease and kind of get situated down here again, I was like just looking at it. I didn't send out any fillers. I didn't call any realtors or anything like that. But I did look because I'll say one thing, I'm blessed to have friends around me that have recently purchased homes, right?
Yeah.
Within the last couple of years. So it's like, hey, I reached out to them too. We just sat and had a beer or sat and we were out on the beach one day and just actually just asked, I feel like a lot of people, they think there's this super stigma about like asking about money. It's like, that you
Yeah.
just don't. But I don't know. I think if you have people that where people can just be honest with you and say, "Hey, this is something I don't truly understand." It's like I have a question about. I'm thinking about doing this. What would you say? It's doable and it's something that'll be done pretty soon. Pretty soon.
Yeah. And honestly, that's part of the goal of the show is to normalize talking about money like this, just
Yeah.
like going
Uh,
through and having real conversations about that, right? And then so with the investing here, again, you're doing a pretty good split, right? Your housing is great, right? That again, like out of below
right.
that third of your income is really key, and
Chilling.
from what I've seen on the internet and from what I've talked to with other people, with the investing, right? With 18%, out of that 18%, so again, some of that is going directly out of your paycheck. Do you even see that, or is it going straight automated?
Some of it's just coming straight out of my paycheck,
Beautiful.
whoever the IRA or 401k is. And I think that's honestly that's why when you ask me about these numbers, you're like, were they like crunched down to post tax? It's like, yeah, it's post tax, it's post all deductions that I don't even see. And I think the greatest part about that is like I did max it and it's awesome too, where that's not like a portfolio that I'm checking frequently. I'm not checking that every day or every pay period. So when that time rolls around where I decide to check it, it's awesome just to see like, hey, this is money that people always say I don't have any money to invest, but at least like doing that, because I know if I see it in my account, I'm more than likely to spend it on something. And it's like, okay, I'll let it do its thing at least. So yeah, that's really helpful. I like that it does that.
So yeah, it's I guess something that you just set up with your employer just from day one, and then all of a sudden you just forget about it almost, and then you look back at it and you're
Yeah.
like, dang, that was a good amount of money just built up over time, right?
Yep.